What's up, What's up, WWE Champions Universe? It's Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat. We're doing things and messing each other up. Power rating, that's what we're doing. We're going to power rate Orange Julius Creed of the Creed brothers here and see, did he really get nerfed? Did they knock his socks off, Rusty? Did they cut his legs out from under him? That's the question.
I already got to give Julius a 5 for how good he looks in a onesie, because that dude is
He's
buff.
wearing a what?
He's jumping, he's jiving, he's juking all around, and he looks great in that skin tight onesie.
Yeah, well, this is Buffums. The other one was Thickums, according to Smash Kez. So let's, it's Nerf or nothing. That's hilarious. All right, so let's take a look at him. He has a couple different move sets that you can use. The 3-minute move set video that we have for him is his super sub set, and I continue to say Brett should have got the sub power this guy got at least. However, the power rating is often based off of his hardest hitting move set, and that would be this one right here. So we have the short arm clothesline, 6 MP purple, deal damage, increase your purple gem damage by 150% for 1 turn, and then make 30 trap gems into purple with some other damage added on. Sliding lariat, deal damage and make 20 random gems into trap gems if broken by your opponent. Increase your purple gem damage by 15% for 2 turns, but if broken by you, deal damage and make 3 random gems purple. That's important. And then the military press power slam, deal damage, choose 4 rows to make into multi-gems of strength 9. Rusty, here's where this comes into play with the nerfage.
Well, yeah, is that even a fair term? Let's explain it to me, Lee.
Sure. So his military press power slam was 6 MP, if I remember correctly, and they buffed it, or in this case, D'd it. I don't know, however you debuffed it. They made it 8. They increased the MP cost so that way it's 8. So it cannot start loaded turn 1 post 99 MP, and it's always a good thing to remind people that we power rate to post 99. We don't power rate them when they're super kill all and can do everything. What's the character really going to look like once you get going? So without 99 MP, it does make that move hard to load. This combination is difficult. So here's what we need.
1 blue prop, my man. That's all you need.
That's right. That is true.
Is that really a nerf if 1 blue prop totally negates it?
If you want to use it every time you feud with him.
Is this an example of Twitter gotcha outrage culture has struck again when 1 blue prop fixes everything? Come on.
Right.
Come
on. All right, well, here's what we need. Yeah. And there's not a double MP trainer or coach that gets blue and purple going. So you need both. You need Lawler, you need your Purple Woods, and you need Santa Hogan. So that's all across the board. Plus 99 MP, you can max purple damage and you'll do lots of crazy things. But after 99 MP, you need all of the trainers. And then the last one, this was actually on here when I loaded in the account. So somebody else put Acro Zombie Randy Orton. I wouldn't have thought to run him because I don't have him. But creates 3 more purple gems. So we'll try it that way. But you can also obviously just run Rockin' Roman or whoever does purple gem damage.
That might be one of our friends' Whaley Wonka builds, the professor.
That's right, it might be. But can I admit, this will still, at post 99 MP, this will still not start the blue move loaded turn 1 without at least a midline feud bonus. At least, maybe top line. So he's got a top line bonus this month, but he also has plus 99 MP. The other thing I got to recognize, we're on the candy store account, so he already has gear. So his gear, multiply gems, will increase their strength by 4. The gear bonus used to be plus 4 MP to all moves. So that's another change, whether you see it as a nerf or not. Restate, we'll run it with Memrock as well, versus Z-Randy to kind of see what we got going. So in terms of the versatility and readiness scores, the readiness score his gear isn't necessarily needed to start him loaded because it doesn't anymore. It just increases that. No, it's not beta testing. It's us showing you what he does for his power rating. And then with the strap, you don't need this stuff, but you certainly benefit from a moment of bliss. The purple makes blue. That's going to get you started and continue to keep you going on those blue moves because you don't really have that otherwise. And again, you don't need this, but it certainly adds to his damage. The Bubba Ray specs, whenever you activate a purple move, increase your purple gem damage by 50%. So I'm going to run it this way, and then we'll run it with Memrock, and then we'll power rate him. So, Rusty, do you think this is truly a nerf, considering you can use a blue prop? Oh, Rusty's gone. I got to look up there to see him. Never mind. I'll keep talking then. Do I think this is really a nerf, considering you just use one blue prop? So, yeah. Oh, you know what? I went up against Zombie Sammy, and we're using trap gems. Hold on. Call that a beta test. How's the eye? Oh, Hip Designer. How's Hip Designer's eye? Rusty, you're back. Tell me now your thoughts on the nerf versus non-nerf while I go back to fight Scott Steiner, because Zombie Sammy would have killed my trap gems.
Well, because of my experience playing other games, when I hear something is nerfed in other games, that means it has been rendered unusable.
Okay.
Rendered unusable. So it's no longer competitive, right? In other games, maybe a card or a character was banned, right? I played Magic the Gathering for a while. Yeah, they nerf the dynamic. They take the mechanic out of the game. So
right.
I don't think in any way Julius has been rendered unusable. I think he's still a top-notch tech. I think plus his gear, he's a top-notch tech. I think what we saw in his initial release was probably what in other games they would have called a broken dynamic, right? Which means like it's so overpowered, like you're wondering, did the developers mean to do this? And a lot of times the answer is no, right? It was incidental. And so then you go, oh, well, so maybe a broken dynamic was corrected. So that's a lot of words for me, drawing from other games to say, I don't know. Some people would say, hey, it wasn't broken. He just hit really hard. Other people say, yeah, that's totally broken. That'd, ruin the game. That would be too much power creep. And then others would say, no, they probably just ironed out the bug from a developmental side early on. And then went, okay, now he's still great. He's still an S tier type talent.
Well, that's why I was laughing right there, because I'm pretty sure I read the damage correctly, because it drained his health. It was 236 million hits.
Right.
So
hold
on, we're gonna see it right here.
Right? Like, yeah, I'm not sure that something was nerfed.
Right. So that's why Randy's important. See, that was 238 million right there. So. But he doesn't start, again, the big thing, he doesn't start loaded turn one. Also, if it comes up again real quick when this goes, Stinger J is in the Universal chat and just posted, hey, Rusty and Lee, in the game, like if you watch the game screen on the bottom there, let's see if it still pops up. But,
awesome.
Yeah. Hold on. We're going to, yep, Stinger J, hi, Rusty and Lee. So let's run him with Memrock instead. Because that was already like, holy crap numbers.
Yeah, and Memrock is going to be how more of the community runs him for sure.
I don't have that Randy Orton. However,
no.
We're going to talk about the Champions Club here in a few minutes too.
Randy's in the UCC, if I remember.
Oh, that's right. No zombies are. That's silly.
No, the rare zombies are not. The rare mutants are, but the rare zombies are not.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's run a Memrock real quick, and then we can power rate him. We can power rate him fast here. So we're simulating turn one if your top line and midline bonus in feud, or if you use a blue prop, to Rusty's point. So stock up on your blue props, I guess is what we're saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have Julius and if you have the gear, I'm pretty sure blue props are going to be easy to come by based on your level of playing the game, right?
Right.
Unless you just have the world's luckiest pull this weekend, which would be awesome. And we hope you do. But most of us, I don't have Santa Hogan 17K. So a lot of the feud builds that we build, I still need to supplement with a prop. So to me, there's not a nerf. That's totally my first thought, right? So,
yeah, 260 with Vimrock.
so it's better. So even
insane.
a more common trainer hits better.
Right.
So we're good, y'all. We're good. I mean,
Mo Betta Butta. Yeah. I Kurgan DJ says with +1 is higher than Z Gunther 60%. It depends on how many gems are out there, but absolutely. If they're making a lot of multi-gems, that's functionally a 100% buff. Because basically, the way multiplied gems work is, let's say you have a ×2 on a purple gem, that means it hits the purple gem and then hits the purple gem again, is the way the multi works. So it's a 100% buff on the purple gem. So it just depends on how many are out there, because Zombie Gunther, if you're hitting blue, it'd be 30%, and then multi is 60% is 90%, whereas times an additional multiplier is 100%. So that's the math on that. Anyway, let's stop Steiner mathing and let's go to our power rating and let's see
and as we
where
get there,
he falls.
As we get there, JD Nash brings up a great point. It's ridiculous to power rate somebody with the plan of using a prop every match.
Agreed.
Totally agree.
That totally his readiness will take a hit for that. Agreed.
Yeah, we're not gonna slide the power in his favor based on a prop. We're gonna deduct points from the power rating, which is hopefully the fairest way and the most accurate way to present this superstar to the community. So well said, JD Nash.
Yep. So we're already on there. So on speeds, because on power, did he hit more than 60 million? Yes. In fact, he hit like 2 to 4 times 60 million. Either way, right away. So speed, at least 2 of the following are true. MP charge is equal to or lesser than 6. No, for that one move especially. Moves recycle flawlessly. No. And animations are quick. Yes. So he doesn't get a 5. At least 2 of the following are true. MP charge is 7 or less. No. Moves recycle flawlessly and animations are quick. No. Doesn't recycle flawlessly. So he gets a 3 on speed. So he gets a 5 and then some. Like he gets a 25 on power if you could just limit it to that. But his speed is a 3 right off the bat. So that's where you're going to start to see that point balance. He's not as fast, quote unquote. So we're taking account right away for the MP prop up. He gets hit on speed. So we're ready for readiness. Are you ready for readiness, Rusty?
Not quite yet, Lee. I would say you may want to make a note on power based on the gameplay you just did, right? But that's not turn 1 power. That's either
right.
So it, we need an accurate, just an accurate presentation here of what we're doing is like 200 million with a prop or a turn 2 load or a line bonus or a we
right.
just want
but that's what speed accounts for. Speed is right. So that's, but I'll make that note in there. Yeah, 260 million, but needs a prop to be turn 1. But that's why speed takes the hit there, and so I can make a note even in here because of blue move. And if you run his sub move set, that's our 3-minute move set. He'll win all day. It's just going to take you a long time. So the power rating doesn't shift because he hits less hard, etc. But this is his top build for that. So
thank you. I'm giving you. I was based on the comments in the chat trying to dial that in. But thanks for the clarification about speed.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So are we ready for readiness to be ready?
I'll get a poll ready.
All right, so here's what a 5 is. For a 5, character needs 0 or 1 special things, which is a plate, a gear, a moment, and or a special trainer, which would be your double MP trainers, Sherry, or other super rares like that. For a 4, character needs 2 special things. For a 3, character needs 3 special things. And for a 2, character needs 4 special things. So let's talk about the special things you need while the poll goes up, because need and does he hit harder are 2 different things. So does he need his gear? No. He doesn't need his gear. Okay. So he doesn't need his gear to start hitting high damage. I can't take it off. But if you don't get his gear, are you going to be upset if he hits 180 million instead of 260 million? No. He doesn't need his gear. He needs the Moment of Bliss plate to recycle. Does the bubble plate make him better? Yes. Does he need it? No. Are you going to be upset if he hits 150 million when you have him on your roster? No. So make sure you're keeping in mind need versus it makes him nice. He hits like Popeye's chicken.
10 seconds left on the vote. Let's get the votes in. Readiness. 4s have it. The 4s have it.
Very clearly. Yeah, let's look at Discord here real quick. Let's see. Okay, so real quick on the Discord conversation, I watched this live as I was typing it, and someone, I won't name Phenom 1700, went on with his buddy and another buddy his and put 1s immediately across the board, but then they also went and put their real vote. So I'm not counting the 1s. That's not fair.
Thank you.
For Readiness, 4s far, even if you count the ones that were jokes or trolls, loving trolls, kind trolls, not mean. not calling anybody out here. Good people. We
troll because we care.
Right. 4 clearly wins it. So again, he doesn't need a lot to hit super hard, but my goodness, his top end just explodes if you have those other things. So
remind me what the gear does. I just
+4 multi-gems.
Okay, so yeah, it's not an MP in any way.
Right. Well, it was originally, but they changed it. So
I think I am the troll in the chat. WWEREMMIC. Remick.
Yep. All right, so we got a 4. All right, power rating, versatility. We got a lot to get to tonight, so if we're moving fast, that's why. We got a big thing to do here. All right, so versatility. For a 5, character is competitively, that's a keyword, usable for feud, boss, and showdown, all 3. Character has special gem and helps the boss with extreme rules, or helps with boss or extreme rules. For a 4, character is competitively usable in 2 of the main modes, feud, boss, showdown. Character has gems types that help them in boss or extreme rules. For a 3, characters competitively usable in feud, boss, or showdown, just one of them, and character might be a sleeper for boss. And then for a 2, characters not strong in any competitive format, but may win tours. So, you ready to go on the versatility poll, Rusty?
One moment.
Master Jim, also welcome back. I love seeing you in the chat again. But
versatility poll is live.
There we go. So hip designer, yes, he did get changed. So here's the thing. With his original setup, which was gear does +4 MP, and the blue move I think was 6 MP. I'm 90% sure it was 6 MP. He was hitting insane numbers. Like more than a lot of other characters that you would consider the top end. So they did change his gear from +4 MP to +4 multi, which actually arguably makes him hit harder, but he's slower. They increased the move charge on blue, and so it again made him slower, which is going to reflect in this versatility poll. Right. Rusty, boss battle without a prop or a top line bonus, he's not starting loaded turn 1. Now, if you're an extreme player, you might always have a top line bonus, but
80% The fours have it at 80% as the poll closes.
Okay. And on Discord is the exact same. In fact, it's a couple fives and that's it. There's a couple extra fives, but fours are very clearly it on there. So I would say he's probably not going to be a showdown monster, would be my miss there. Boss battle, again, it depends on your perk slash, line bonus. What are you thinking?
So yeah, the Creed brothers Link, if I remember, gives blue gem damage. So there's no MP boost either there. So
Right. And he's not using blue gems for his best moveset.
Right.
Yeah.
So I need a pretty saucy showdown Link for him to get a 5 in that category, or regardless of who they are.
Yeah. But his other stuff, I mean, he's got trap gems, purple gems, he's got subs that go into other things. So boss battle, he'll be fine. Feud, like I say, with the caveat, will be fine. And yeah, can kind of go from there. All right, the last piece of it is his entourage ability. So let's look at his entourage ability. It's good for his brother. His brother's just terrible. So 31k, column break gems do 75% more damage. Blue gems do 60% more damage, which is higher than all the others that do blue gems that I know of, because 50% was the old top end, and red moves start with 2 more MP. So column break gems do 75%, blue gems do 60%, and red moves start with 2 more MP. Rusty, for a 5.
These triple things. A, you're giving me 3 abilities. B,
Right.
you're giving me 2 MP.
Right.
I have a hard time not. I'll get a poll up. I think that's what you're asking me. But
Well, I was going to tell you what the points breakdown was, but yeah, just real quick, and then I'll let you, so that way if the poll's going up. So a 5 is essential training coaching ability, adds something you don't want to go into battle without. 4 is widely used coach or training ability, helps the character being used reach their full potential. And a 3 is niche trainer coaching ability, may not be used much, but very valuable when needed. Okay, now go ahead. Post the poll and talk about it.
5. For me, these are 3 really juicy abilities. For me, mandatory MP to even be considered for a 5. He's got it. Probably a 4 though, because still he's only working on some key, so far of who we know is in the game.
Right.
Now more might come out, right, and he might grow in his entourage ability. But I like the 2 MP, and I like the 2 boosts he adds beyond that as well. I hope this is a trend that continues. I would love to see more entourage with 3 abilities.
Right. What's up, Stephen Randall? If it were blue MP and blue gem damage, I would argue all day for a 5. But red MP, blue gem damage, column breaks, but 60% is top notch. It is the best number we've seen in that category. So for a trainer.
And now if it was blue MP and blue damage,
right? That's what I'm saying.
Probably a 5, and probably a mandatory acro trainer forever. I think about EO Sky, right? Wow, what would EO do with something like that? I'll say this: there's some really good conversation happening in the chat tonight.
There is.
If you're watching this video later on demand, you got to join us on a Friday night, because the acumen that the community has in their feedback is so good. And as they talk about, hey, either use a prop or suffer a turn, that could issue you a loss in a feud situation and in a competitive situation, and they don't like it, and they're being very vocal about it, and I would say rightfully so. So if anything, do yourself a favor if you're watching this on demand later. Get here on a Friday night and interact with our chat. It's some of the most savvy players in all of Champions, and I learned stuff reading their words each and every week.
Right. Well, as I like to say, we're on Twitch with 108 of our very best friends, and whatever's going on YouTube. Are you on the YouTube chat, or did we forget about YouTube?
Because the storm here and my bandwidth was being a little shaky.
Don't do that.
I didn't want to stretch it.
Okay, no, that's fine. YouTube, we're not ignoring you. We love you. It's just Twitch chat naturally pops, and YouTube chat doesn't integrate as well. So, okay, so with a 4, because that was by far what Discord put. That was your vote, my vote, and whatever people put on Twitch here. He is a 22 out of 25, which means he is actually better than Bret Hart. He is tied with, in terms of the overall number, he's tied with Trish Stratus, which was the S+ tier last month. So did they nerf him? Debatably, yes.
Fair. I think it's a fair point to say for competitive turn 1 feud play, he is no longer that.
Right.
Fair. And I would say I've been convinced of that reading the chat. And it's a very fair assessment.
Yep. But is he, I mean, 250 million, let's say if you don't have all the things, even if it's 150 million, I've been calling Miz my favorite tech in the game because he's 150 million turn 1 all day, and this guy can hit at least that and easy, you know. Plus he's got his super sub build. You know, somebody already said in there, I think this is overrated a little bit. Okay, that's fair. The math adds up, and you know, we knocked him in 2 different spots because of the nerf. So imagine what he would have been without the nerf.
Well, and in power, you know, maybe it's worthy. Maybe our note, it would be an asterisk to some that would say not interested, and that's a fair point. You are allowed to chase the technicians or the characters in this game that you want to chase. And if this guy's not for you, then we support your decision, right?
Yeah.
We're not trying to sell you on something that's not that's not dialed in.
And if they ever redo or add, I should say, not redo, but add 4MP trainers, if there's ever a double 4MP trainer that's those 2 colors, it's game over. He just, I mean, he goes way up the marks. So that's it for this power rating video. We got to move quick because we've got a lot to cover, and we've only got 20 minutes to power rate Cody, give or take, and we've been on this one for 30. So Rusty, take us out, and then we'll switch gears to power rate Powerhouse Cody Rhodes.
Hey, thanks for being here as we have had some fun with Julius Creed. And he is now a top heel in WWE TV, apparently. Unless you haven't seen that yet, you'll find out soon. We'll see you next time. Join us on the next Friday night for our upcoming power ratings. We'll see you next time.